What's going on, man? Charlie in the box. Check it out. Look at what I'm gonna have in my box today. It's gonna be government. Actually, let's go with this one. Government and country. You know the difference. So most people really don't understand how this country was formed. And they believe that government is supposed to have all this power into their lives, dictating what they can and cannot do. That government grants rights. But country is the total opposite of that. The Declaration of Independence and freedom to the average person. The opportunity to fail if you want. The opportunity to come up with something and sell it to the public. Capitalism. Freedom. That's country. Government that are ones that are opposing tyranny on its citizen. The power to distract is the power to destroy. The power to tax is the power to destroy. Look at this hand, but don't pay attention to this one. Government are the people that allow these global banks to take over this country. Government are taking the bribes that allow corporations to run this country. Government is the one that pay people to dig through your trash and to fine you accordingly because you threw the wrong trash in the wrong trash can. Government is the one allowing entities to take away your land, your water, and all the natural resources in America. Government is the one that's actually redistribution of wealth. Government is the one that plays the facade of left and right and keep the American people distracted. Country is me and you. Your Declaration of Independence and freedom. Country gives me the right to study politics and war. So my children can study pharmacology, to be a lawyer, a doctor, a scientist, an opportunity to succeed. So my grandchildren, your grandchildren, can study the arts, play soccer, paint, and just have fun as children. Because if we as Americans and as grandparents don't study politics and war, we're not going to know how government has this whole situation flipped on its side. Have they're taking away your rights right under our noses without our children even knowing the difference. That's why we have to study politics and war. Country is me and you. When I need some help, hey neighbor, I need a jump. Can you give me a jump? You got some jumper cables? You got any salt or sugar? Hey man, over there at my work, they're hiring. Freaking might as well put in an application. Throw your resume in, brother. Government are the ones not allowing you to fish your land that we as Americans been fishing for hundreds of years. Government is the ones that are closing state parks right now all across this country. Let's not stop giving Pakistan $1 billion. Let's not keep sending our money across freaking borders. But let's close our parks. Let's fire the American people and get rid of our teachers, dumb down our kids, and take away Americans' freedom and the opportunity to succeed or fail. Let's get them reliant on government. Let's allow socialist programs into our country. Let's allow our politicians to be openly communist, Marxist, or hide behind an American flag. That's government. Country is the freedom of press, the freedom to bear arms, and to salute the flag, to know the difference between a democracy and a republic. How does a group of people by the name of government take away the people's rights and freedom as we know it? to take away their Constitution, Declaration of Independence, to not to teach it to them anymore. The Catechism of the Constitution, people, it was taught from grade school on to college. And it was really ingrained in the American public to understand the difference between government and country, and how much rights we had as Americans, and what the obligation we had as Americans to keep it alive and to keep it going further for the future generations. But government has took that away from you, out of your schools, grade school to college. They preach more social justice now. Government shuts up a person that wants to speak up for freedom, that wants to enrich other people's lives, to put an internet kill switch, to dirty up the American way of life, to destroy it, to put us in foreign war for global interests, for banking interests, and bringing on a welfare state, bringing on a control grid, bringing on a police state in the land of the free and the home of the brave. That's government. Country is nothing like government. Country is the American people realizing what freedom is and what it means to have its Constitution, Declaration of Independence. To educate yourself, because government ain't doing it for you. How many people nowadays can really say they know what country is? Or they morphed together already. That with country is your Declaration of Independence and freedom, is power to the people and very limited government. Very limited government. But government has switched that on you to all power to the federal government and very minimum power and freedom to the people. But as long as they allow you to think that you have that and it is like this, the people still think that this is going to be relevant. But the only way this stays relevant is if the power switches back from this and we get back to this. But as long as we don't know that, or we're not being taught it, or the mainstream media, or your schools and your colleges, and people don't understand that, this is going to be gone right before your eyes. Because government is doing some really shicey stuff to us now, people. Just look what they're doing. Look how much they've ingrained themselves into your life, into your schools. You cannot have a kid in the United States of America without imposing tyranny right at birth. Giving them frickin' inside the womb almost. Before the baby's even born, let's give them some for vaccines, for polio, autism, and all this evil shit. Because if you don't give your kids these vaccines, they can't go to school. That's government. Country wouldn't allow those things to happen. Understanding what they're doing to us is freaking wrong. That's country. But if we as Americans don't stand up for this country and freedom anymore, it's going to be gone before you know it. Some people think what I say is dumb, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But I promise you guys one thing, like I promised my kids and my wife and my family. What I know, I'm right. Because you know how you know I'm right? Because in your heart, that's why you listen to me. We as Americans need to understand what we're facing. Because as long as we allow government to do this to us, they have some very evil intentions for us. Globalism, Marxism, and death to the American people. Putting up FEMA camps all across the country. Allowing an open border. Allowing our troops to go police Afghanistan and to let the farmers grow heroin that comes and seeps into the American people to keep them freaking drugged up, to keep them dumbed down, to allow fluoride in our toothpaste and in our water, and not educating the people to really know what fluoride is, what those vaccines are really doing to you. That's government. Country is freedom, people. Country is getting all that out of there, making a difference, because you have a choice right now. You have a choice. I told you there's three types of people. Freedom, God-loving people. Constitution, Declaration of Independence, getting out all this corruption in America. The complacent sheep in the middle, and the darkness and evil government on this side. These people are going to consume those people, and you're not going to have a choice. Then you're going to have to run to this side or be consumed by darkness. But right now you have the choice to allow it to happen and be consumed, or stand up for freedom right now as you know it. That's country, freedom, and liberty. Fixing the problems that we have within, securing our borders, and helping people later on, but after we fix the problems that we have today in America. I told you guys many times, people, every time, if you're not going to do everything in your power to restore your life, liberty, and this country, you're going to do everything in your power to destroy it. Charting the box out.